exam, the most important strategies that will save you a ton of marks in all four modules. In listening, note taking is the most important thing. If you write as much as possible, and you can do this while multitasking, which is listening at the same time, the more notes you will have at the end of it, the more things you will remember, and that will help you answer all questions. In your notes, draw pictures, do some symbols, and use any definitions, even your own language, if it helps you remember what was said. The accuracy, spelling doesn't matter. Your notes are going to be thrown in the garbage. Just make sure you write or draw as many things there as possible to help you remember what was said. Now, when you come to reading in parts 1, 3, and 4, you want to look at the questions first, then the passage. A lot of you do it the other way. And if you're reading the passage, then you read the questions, guaranteed you will read the passage again. Don't waste time doing it 3 steps. Do 2 steps. Read the questions first, then the passage. But in part 2, it's a picture. It's quick. You can read it and look at it in 2 minutes. So you can look at the picture first in part 2, then go to the questions. For every other part, look at the questions first. Another strategy here is looking at 2 questions at a time. If you do that, you save time. By looking at 2 questions, you might in fact see the second question before the first question. And this will save you time and answer multiple questions at the same time. Let's talk about writing. In writing, you want to make sure grammar and vocabulary are on point. For this, you can send us your writing. Feedback is provided for free by HZAD Education. How you can reach us, email and description and details are down below. Now, when you are practicing writing, you also want to make sure you have the right structures. The major mistakes are usually structures, and when you get the structures wrong, you get the task response wrong as well. In task 1, all you got to do is make 3 body paragraphs. That will answer the 3 bullet points. So for each bullet point, you have 1 body. As long as you have this, you will define each bullet fully, not missing your task response marks, and getting a good structure. Make sure you also have your intro and conclusion as greetings. So total 5 paragraphs. When you go to task 2, you want to do 4 paragraphs. Here, in the intro and conclusion, you give your opinion. Conclusion, you're simply going to rephrase the opinion given in the intro. In body 1, you want to give 2 points supporting your side. In body 2, you want to give 2 points opposing the other side. So in body 2, you're supposed to be negative about the other side. This is the best strategy for CELPIP writing, structure, and task response. You'll save a ton of marks by doing this. Now, when we talk about task response and CELPIP speaking, which is perhaps the hardest module, you want to make sure you don't do too many points. The important lesson here is quality over quantity. Having 2 to 4 points in all 8 questions is way better and a very good strategy than you having 10 points per question and not defining any of those points. Having short sentences with 10 sentences and 10 points is a very bad strategy compared to having 1 to 2 sentences per point and in total having 2 to 4 points for every speaking part. Have good quality and good descriptions, use good adjectives and good depth like using adverbs to define your points, especially those picture questions. You also want to make sure you have a natural tone, a steady pace, so that you sound relaxed because in CELPIP you have marks for expressions. Follow these tips and score a brilliant CLB in all 4 modules of your CELPIP exam.